Well, hey guys, Silly Tuck here, and welcome back to another episode of Extreme Championship Wrestling, ECW. This is Hardcore TV. This is week 2 of April, 1998. Something interesting to have off screen. Sign Guy Dudley doing impressions. If you know anything about Sign Guy Dudley, you'd understand why that's funny. If you don't, let me explain. He's mute. And he talks through signs. That's why he's a sign guy. So him doing impressions, a little bit of good comedy, all right, from the game itself. It knows. It knows. It doesn't. It has no idea. Not much else to add. I hired these two guys to job tonight, but then I decided no, I wasn't going to use them. I was going to use some of our own guys. So yeah, spoiler for one of our matches tonight. We're, of course, in Hammerstein, as per the usual. Let's just run the show. Again, a thing where I'm going to write down what happens on the show afterwards. It's a little bit off the cuff. So we open up with the New Era. They're backstage. Van Dam and Regal rocking those hoodies that they wear. And Regal says, "So, it looks like I've been challenged. Next week, that barbarian, the Sandman," which I believe is not his real name, "demands to have a competition with me. A wrestling match." You see, of course, knowing the individual known as the Sandman, it won't be a wrestling match, it won't be a competition, it will be a battle of two men hammering each other with whatever objects they can find. And I'm going to let you know right now, Sandman, I will not play your game. I will beat you at what I do best, in your house, by your rules. I will use no weapons, and I will make you submit. That's going to be a match next week. Let me actually pre-book that in just in case I forget. So yeah, next week, good old-fashioned ECW match. The Sandman will be taking on Lord Steven Regal. But the thing is that Lord Steven Regal has promised that he will not use any weapons. Very interesting. Will that give him... you have to think it puts him at a disadvantage, because the Sandman's at home with weapons. Regal isn't going to use weapons to oppose the Sandman, so let's be honest. Sandman is probably going to win this, just because Regal's put himself with a handicap for some reason. The commentators very quickly put over the fact that to open up tonight, Lance Storm is going to take on Spike Dudley, and in the main event, Jerry Lynn's going to take on an opponent of Lance Storm in the Triple Threat's choosing. So kind of like a pick your opponent's poison type deal, where Jerry Lynn chose Spike Dudley to take on Lance Storm, maybe trying to give the young guy an opportunity. He sees him. Sees what he's doing. And let's open up with that match. In a 62C, very, very good. In a decent match, Lance Storm defeated Spike Dudley in 10:08 by submission with a Canadian Maple Leaf. So Spike tries to use his speed to outwork Storm, but Storm can just keep Spike on the mat. And every time Spike gets away and starts to build up some momentum, Storm hits him with a toe drag, or hits him kind of like, I don't know what to call it, like a log roll type deal, and takes him out at the knees. Or maybe Storm just, punches Dudley or something like that out of the air, and then goes back to that knee, working down those knees, works down the back, good old elbow to the back action, to set up for that Canadian Maple Leaf to be able to lock it in and gets the victory. So Spike, good showing from him, but obviously not on the level of an elite talent like Lance Storm. At least, not yet. Very good stuff overall from both these guys. Very impressed with this. Very glad that, I knew that if I put anybody with Lance, it'll be a great match. But very glad we got one for Spike. As I said, I think last episode, I want to make him a bigger part of this show. Backstage, we have Shane Douglas, Chris Candido, Francine Dawn Marie. And Shane Douglas says, "On behalf of the sharpshooter Lance Storm, the franchise Shane Douglas is going to reveal your opponent, Jerry Lynn, for the main event tonight. And Jerry, we sat there, and we thought, and we calculated, and we brainstormed exactly who we could sick on you. And then it hit us. The answer was always right in front of us. There's a man in our ranks who is angry at you, has been beaten by you, and wants revenge. So Jerry Lynn, in the main event, you're going to be taking on the blonde bombshell, Chris Candido. So there's our main event. Jerry Lynn versus Candido. Jerry Lynn versus Candido. What's happening again? This is our third time seeing this matchup. Can Candido figure it out? I think he beat Lynn the first time they matched up, but it was by nefarious, dubious means. Will he be able to pick up victory tonight, or will Jerry Lynn come out on top? Or will the triple threat play factor? Will the triple threat play factor? That's something, you got to think about. Because Jerry Lynn doesn't have many friends. I think he's got Bam Bam as a friend, but Bam Bam's kind of just off doing his own thing. Backstage, we cut backstage, and Awesome Incredible are beating up Mikey Whipwreck. We kind of cut backstage, whatever. Incredible hammers Whipwreck in the face with a cane and drops him, and Whipwreck's, busted open. And he's like, oh, shit, what the hell? And then Mike Awesome picks up Mikey Whipwreck, puts him up, and Awesome bombs him through a nearby table. And this new alliance between Just Incredible and Mike Awesome, of course, accompanied by Credible's valet, Chastity, they look over this broken, bloody, defeated Mikey Whipwreck. So 44D, that's okay, I guess. Little Guido's really good. As you see, he was held back by the chaotic nature of the match. An extremely short match, the FBI defeated Danny Doring and Amish Roadkill in 4:16 when Guido defeated Roadkill by submission with a Sicilian Crab. Guido's a machine. He's so good. Very good performance from Roadkill. Danny Doring's getting there. Very impressed by Roadkill, though. He's always improving. Something that I kind of thought about, the reason why I chose these guys over the other local kind of talents we were bringing in, is I was thinking more like Japan and Young Boys, how you kind of see the guys who will be on the show eventually beforehand, before they really have gimmicks. They're just kind of dudes. Of course, Roadkill has a gimmick. He's fucking Amish, and Danny Doring's Danny Doring. He's just kind of weird. So really, they don't have gimmicks right now, but I think you catch my drift, if you know what I'm going for. Post-match, whatever. Man, that wasn't very good, but whatever. The FBI go to beat down on those young boys, the Amish Roadkill and Danny Doring, but Highway to Hell hits, and the Dudley boys race down to the ring, chairs in hand, and they run off the FBI. Devon attends to Roadkill and Doring, you get the refs out there to give them some help, and Bubba yells at Guido and Smothers, your days are numbered. Your days are numbered. So Dudley boys not messing around, they're angry, they don't like the FBI. The FBI of, they snuck to dubious means in order to pick up their victory, in order to get back their tag team titles. And that pisses the Dudley boys off, because the Dudley boys, they're fighters. They don't like none of that bullshit. So we have Bam Bam Bigelow on the mic. Bam Bam says, getting back on track. What does that really mean? Well, for Bam Bam Bigelow, it means being able to kick everybody's ass, day in, day out, it doesn't matter. Bam Bam Bigelow is a beast, a badass. And when I'm not kicking ass, I'm out of place. So last week, what you saw was me getting myself back on track, reminding myself who I am. I'm the beast from the East. I am Bam Bam Bigelow. I am a monster. And Shane Douglas, and then all of a sudden, I forget his theme. I forget what his theme is, but Balls Mahoney's music hits, and Balls comes down. And he says, "Bam Bam, Bam Bam, listen, all right. I don't think your head's in the right place right now, right? As somebody who respects you, somebody who likes you, I'm going to offer you something right now. In 2 weeks, face me at the Barely Legal television special, and we'll see if you're back on track, if you're as ready as you think you are. Because, Bam, I'm just not seeing it. Bigelow says, Balls, what the hell are you doing? I like you, Balls, but you're an idiot. Have you seen what I can do? Have you seen the people I dominate? Listen, I can't convince you to just walk away. So I'll take the match. And I'll convince you the good old-fashioned way that there is no problem with Bam Bam Bigelow. And Balls and Bam Bam shake on it. So the Barely Legal television special, not only do we have the match between Jerry Lynn and Lance Storm. If Jerry Lynn wins, he will become #1 contender for the ECW World Championship. We have Bam Bam Bigelow taking on Balls Mahoney. A bit of a friendly competition type thing. Balls trying to figure out if Bam Bam's head is in the right place. Or if he's just trying to rush himself into that frame of mind in order to try to get back at Shane Douglas. And our main event of the evening gets a 65C. Pretty damn good, yeah. In a decent match, Jerry Lynn defeats Chris Candido in 15:52 by submission with a cross-arm breaker. So no triple threat interference, just Candido tries to hurt Jerry Lynn, tries to take him out of the picture before he can get to his match against Lance Storm. Kind of like we saw with Sabu a little while ago. Of course, thoughts and prayers with Sabu. Hope he's healing well. But Candido tries to work away on Lynn, tries to break his arm, tries to break that leg, try to, work on the limbs, try to see if he can get one to pop out of place or snap, and see if he can't put Jerry Lynn up on the shelf. But Lynn's technical ability allows him to keep fighting out of these different holes, these different situations, and starts to work on Candido's arm. Candido's arm is something that he needs to deliver that blonde bombshell, that power bomb variant, I do believe it is. I might be wrong, though. Don't quote me on that. And so, Candido at one point says, oh, fuck it, whatever, I'll just beat him. Tries to pick Lynn up, but he can't. His arm, he can't get him up. And so Lynn, from being tucked in this powerbomb position, picks one of the arms and rolls Lynn over and pulls back. It's a cross-arm breaker, and Candido has to tap out in about 15:52, and that will end this week's episode of ECW Hardcore TV. No bullshit, no angle at the end. Just a good old-fashioned finish. Jerry Lynn beats Lance Storm's chosen opponent. Lance Storm defeats Jerry Lynn's Jerry Lynn's chosen opponent. And overall, a very good episode of Hardcore TV. Yeah, very pleased with that. Jerry Lynn's very good. So is Lance Storm. I expect really good stuff from that match. I'm really quite excited for it, I won't lie. I think it's something that IRL would be really nice to see. I bet you it's happened already. Stan Hansen cracked his tailbone. Jesus Christ. New All Japan Pro Wrestling Carnival Champion? Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's an event. Champion Carnival. Holy shit. Misawa defeated Fuchi, I believe that's how you pronounce that, to retain the Triple Crown belt. You can view that stuff over. I don't really know All Japan that well. I really don't know much of historic Japan at all. I know names like Kabashi, Kawada, Misawa. I believe that's Johnny Ace, Stan Hansen. Who's Albright? I don't know who Albright is. This guy. Gary Albright. Don't know him. Really, I don't know that many guys. But, yeah, overall, very good show for them. AAA Way of the Warrior 98 also went pretty damn good. Paraguayo defeated Pentagon to retain the AAA heavyweight title. Shining Examples defeated La Parca 2 and Blue Demon to retain the AAA National Mexican titles. Octagon defeated Hysteria. Mascara Sagrada II defeated El Cobarde, I believe that's how you pronounce that. So Psychosis Dos defeated Mascara Divina. Cybernetico defeated Latin Lover in the best match of the night. Vampiro Casanova defeated Paraguayo Jr. May he rest in peace. Gone too soon. Truly gone too soon. I'm sorry if you can hear that there in the background. Promo Azteca. WWC Camino Gloria. Who's WC got? Just pretty much Carlos Colon. That would be Discord. My buddy Blake and 370 Gaming. They're watching some classic craps over there. I was part of that a little while ago, but I pulled out so I can work with this stuff. CZCW. They're CZCW. God damn it. I'm still in Seaverse mode. CZW's Wrestling Academy got a new trainer in Danny Davis. That's very cool because he was a trainer of a lot of the guys from OVW, like Orton, Cena, Lesnar, Benjamin, Tista, and fucking Duke the Dumpster Drozy, Rising Star. Don't know if I'd go that far, but fair enough. Yeah, that looks like that'll be the end of the episode. If you want to see what happens on these 6 days in between, this Hardcore TV and the next Hardcore TV, you can go to my Twitter. It's in my banner above the little channel thing. And if you scroll back through my recent tweets, there's probably something up there. I'm currently recording this at about 2 a.m. on the 12th of November, so you can kind of figure out where that is, because anything that happens, it'll go up pretty shortly after, you know what I mean, I hit next day. If anything's up there, I post events from WCW, WF, anything big that kind of happens in the general world. I don't know really what to say. Maybe like I keep using the Clinton Lewinsky scandal as like a thing, but I posted recently Hulk Hogan was in Three Ninjas, something like that, and I posted that on there as like a joke. Sometimes I post funny things like Conan broke his jaw or something like that, and I'm like, there will be no more speaking on this, and then he healed up, and I was like, speaking on this is now resumed. Just funny stuff like that. Also follow me on Twitter if you want to see my cool shenanigans with the ANC boys. You, of course, can find them in my little sidebar thing. That's 370 Gaming, Chad Talks, JMac Gaming, and Max Marvelous Productions sometimes, I guess. But yeah, show them some love. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is Silly Duck, signing out.